Just a week and a half out from the veto session, and Missouri families, seniors, and education leaders still stand to lose a lot.
Earlier this month, the bill sponsor announced that the House would attempt to override my veto regardless of what the numbers were.
The governor is talking about House Bill 253. The bill carries a price tag of $800 million annually.
But even if you accept the General Assembly's own assumptions, the bill would reduce funding for our K-12 classrooms by $260 million a year. It's important to put that number in context, okay? That's the equivalent of cutting all the support for our public colleges and universities, closing every one of our prisons, or shutting down the entire Department of Mental Health.
There has been public outcry from every corner of the state to sustain the governor's veto.
Well, I really feel that there's a disconnect between the people proposing this legislation and the people in the school districts, the families, the communities that have to live with these potential drastic cuts.
It seems to me that we need to help care for our neighbor, and that we can't care for our neighbor by diminishing funding for the programs we have in this state. It's a wrong move. It just isn't appropriate.
This is really a tax on children. It's a tax on people that have health care issues. It's a tax on the elderly.
Heath Haley is superintendent at the Putnam County R1 school district. He says that the impact on the rural communities in particular would be beyond repair.
We don't have the revenues. Even if we raise taxes, we couldn't make the difference up in our rural area. And you know, it's not just for us. The senior center, the Meals on Wheels, our health department, taxing issues when it comes to pharmaceuticals. You know, 50 to 60% of our students are free and reduced. That means 50 to 60% of my families are impoverished, and I can't ask more of people that don't have, and yet here we are taking away from those in the greatest need.
In many districts, class sizes would grow and the state's public education system would deteriorate, putting pressure on the state's higher education system to make up for those losses.
If we have to do more remedial education in higher education, that is going to cause an increased drain on our public resources, but also on family resources as they have to pay more and more money just to catch up to where they should have been when they graduated from high school. And I really think high quality public education, both at the K through 12 and at the higher education level, is really the most important economic stimulus that we can offer this state. We cannot provide a highly educated workforce for employers. They will not be interested in relocating and coming to the state of Missouri.
You can read House Bill 253 and find contact information for your legislator at mo.gov.